Welcome to Midnight Signal AI. It's April 3rd, 2026, and we've got a full slate of AI news to break down. I'm Alex.
And I'm Jamie. Today we're digging into Google's new Gemma 4 models, OpenAI's surprise media acquisition, big claims from Nvidia's Jensen Huang, and the latest on Elon Musk's AI pivots. Plus, we'll touch on some deeper questions about power and responsibility in the AI world.
Let's kick things off with our lead story. Google DeepMind just launched Gemma 4, their latest family of open-source AI models. According to the official Google AI blog, Gemma 4 is all about bringing state-of-the-art agentic capabilities directly to the edge, meaning your phone or laptop, not just big data centers. What stands out is the focus on multi-step planning and autonomous workflows right on device. Google also released a new AI Edge gallery for experimenting with agent skills and their Light RTLM library, which is supposed to deliver faster, more structured results for developers. Gemma 4 is available under an Apache 2.0 license and supports more than 140 languages out of the gate.
This is a big move for Edge AI. We've talked a lot about how most advanced models have been locked in the cloud, but running agentic workflows locally could have real privacy, latency, and control advantages. With open licensing and tools for developers, Google is clearly trying to seed an ecosystem. I'm curious how this will play out against proprietary edge models from Apple, Microsoft, and others, especially since Google's also making a push for device-specific optimizations.
Yeah, and it's interesting to see Google highlight the agent skills gallery. That suggests they want people to start building plug-and-play modules for tasks, not just traditional chatbots. The fact that this is coming from DeepMind with input from both research and product teams adds legitimacy, but it also raises questions about safety and quality as agent tasking features start running outside tightly managed cloud environments.
Exactly. If Gemma 4 really enables complex autonomous actions on personal devices, we need to think about everything from security vulnerabilities to unintended consequences. Still, it's a big step forward for democratizing advanced AI, and it could accelerate innovation in mobile and IoT applications. We'll be watching the developer uptake closely.
And for anyone interested, you can get more technical details and try it out on the Google AI blog. All right, moving on. Speaking of market moves, Nvidia CEO Jensen Huang is back in the headlines. The Motley Fool is reporting that Huang made some bold statements about Nvidia's future revenue potential, hinting at even faster AI-driven growth than analysts expected.
No surprise given Nvidia's dominant position in AI chips, but Wang's comments are fueling speculation about just how much headroom the company is left. He's been saying that AI will touch every industry, and Nvidia wants a piece of all of it, from training massive models to powering edge devices. The market seems to believe him, with Nvidia's valuations still soaring.
But it's not just about hardware anymore. Nvidia has been quietly expanding its software and cloud offerings too. If they can keep capturing value up and down the AI stack, those revenue projections might not be so wild after all.
Still, the competition is heating up. Google, Apple, and dozens of startups are all chasing AI hardware, and every big cloud provider wants to control the full pipeline. It'll be interesting to see if Nvidia can hold on to its lead as the ecosystem diversifies.
Let's switch gears to another industry giant, OpenAI. The Guardian reports that OpenAI has acquired TBPN, a popular tech talk show and podcast, in what looks like a strategic move to shape the AI narrative.
Yeah, and Wired and CNBC are both highlighting how this signals a new era for OpenAI, one where they're not just building models, but also owning the conversation. With TBPN's strong following among Silicon Valley insiders, this gives OpenAI a direct channel to influence how AI developments are discussed and received in the tech world.
It's a fascinating pivot. Some analysts, according to Business Insider, see this as a response to recent negative coverage and regulatory scrutiny. By owning media platforms, OpenAI can amplify their preferred messaging and counterbalance criticism. But there are risks here, especially concerns about transparency and the blending of PR with journalism.
That's a real issue. If the lines between independent reporting and corporate messaging blur, it gets a lot harder for the public and policymakers to get objective perspectives on AI's impact. This move might draw even more attention to the need for robust, independent coverage of the big AI labs.
On a related note, there's some big news on the product side from OpenAI as well. According to The Week, OpenAI is ending its Sora AI video feature. This comes after a wave of excitement, but also growing concerns around deepfakes and content misuse.
Sora was pretty high profile, so its shutdown is notable. The fact that OpenAI is pulling the plug, at least for now, suggests they're feeling the heat on safety and regulatory issues. It also shows how volatile the AI video space is, with companies having to constantly reassess risk versus innovation.
And Deadline is reporting that OpenAI is still in talks with Disney to find new ways to collaborate post-Sora. So they're not done with media, just recalibrating their approach.
It's a reminder that the cutting edge in AI is also the messiest. These companies are making up the rules as they go along, and sometimes that means hitting pause when things move too fast.
Let's talk about another key industry voice, Demis Hassabis, CEO of Google DeepMind. The Economist just ran a profile where Hassabis opens up about his own fears regarding AI, even as he leads efforts to build ever more powerful systems.
Hassabis is one of the few leaders who's been consistently candid about both the promise and peril of advanced AI. He's argued that we need to move fast, but also to build in guardrails and transparency from the ground up. That tension between ambition and anxiety seems to be shaping a lot of the big decisions in the field right now.
And it's worth noting, as Google releases models like Gemma 4, Hassabis is front and center, talking to both the press and policymakers. The message is clear. DeepMind wants to be seen as a responsible actor, but they're not slowing down their research agenda.
That dual stance, build the tech but warn about it, may actually be the most realistic approach we've got at the frontier. But it does put a lot of pressure on internal processes and external oversight.
Now, let's pivot to Elon Musk, who's making news on several fronts. Axios reports that Tesla's EV sales are underwhelming, just as Musk is aggressively pivoting Tesla towards AI. Meanwhile, Bloomberg says SpaceX is targeting a $2 trillion valuation in a potential IPO.
It's classic Musk. When one business hits a speed bump, he leans even harder into the next big thing. For Tesla, that means betting on autonomous driving and AI-powered robotics to reignite growth. And with SpaceX, a stratospheric valuation would give him even more capital to pursue ambitious AI and space projects.
The Verge is also pointing out that Musk's plate is overflowing. Between Tesla, SpaceX, his AI startup xAI, and ongoing drama with regulators, he's trying to juggle a lot of high-stakes bets at once.
It's a reminder that the future of AI isn't just about algorithms, it's about who has the vision, resources, and, frankly, the bandwidth to push the boundaries. But the risks of overextension are real, even for someone with Musk's track record.
Quick check-in on the infrastructure side, Wired reports that one of Google's new data centers will be powered by a massive natural gas plant, emitting millions of tons of carbon dioxide annually. Despite all the talk about green AI, the reality is that powering these models at scale is still driving up emissions for now.
That's a tough pill for the industry's sustainability narrative. As AI gets more powerful and more ubiquitous, the gap between green promises and actual energy sources is coming into sharper focus. It's going to take more than just efficiency tweaks to align the AI boom with climate goals.
And that's a wrap for today. We covered Google's Gemma 4 Edge AI, OpenAI's foray into media, leadership perspectives from DeepMind and Nvidia, the Musk machine, and the ongoing tension between innovation and oversight.
As always, we'll be watching these stories evolve, especially as the lines between technology, business, and society keep blurring. If you want deeper dives or have questions, hit us up on social.
Until next time, keep building, keep questioning.